Alright, welcome to today's episode on the growth ritual. So we'll be seeing this book briefly, The Wealth of Nation, and today I am actually going to focus on the introduction. This book is actually a very big book. If you are in my WhatsApp channel, when I took the picture and shared it, you must have seen the volume. So this book was written in the 18th century, right? And the total number of chapters in this book is about, I have to confirm with the book, forgot that, about, it's somehow different. It's splitted in volumes, in books, and in chapters, right? So the book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, book 5, it's a very voluminous book. So I'm just going to focus on the introduction. And the introduction, the author, some reviewers actually just spoke about the man called Adam Smith, right? So we're just going to see that basically, who is this man called Adam Smith? What did he achieve in his days, right? Why was he an outstanding economist, right? Such that till date, some of his statements are being used in economics, right? Of course, the review in the beginning of this book, the starting page of this book, is from Mark Spencer, who is from Brook University in Canada. So I'm just going to go to a particular page that is going to make everything easier, and that is actually for the introductory part of this book, which just talks about the man called Adam Smith. 5 seconds. All right, so what does this particular chapter talks about? So I was doing some research, and then I saw a website that just gave a briefing about how he was described in this book, and I'm just going to point out the things that was said about him. Of course, he was said to be astute, right? First off, he was born in the 18th century, right? He was a Scottish man from the United Kingdom. He was a social philosopher, and he was actually very, very astute, right? He was astute. I think also his real date of birth wasn't known, right? According to the book, what the man from Brook University said, Spencer, Adam Smith's date of birth wasn't really known, so he was just identified with the date he was baptized, right? So, and his early life, this website, Britannica, that talks about some remarkable icons, just gave a briefing about his early life. Of course, he was the son of the second marriage of Adam Smith, right? There was an Adam Smith before him, so Adam Smith too. Basically was just very brilliant according to the review that he had. Now, the interesting thing about his theory, and the interesting thing about some of the things that he discovered, is that he was actually not just his wisdom, and his book and everything he spoke about was not known by the United Kingdom alone, or did not just stop in Scotland. It traveled to other nations, such that other nations had to adopt it, had to adopt his style of economics, had to adopt his style of building wealth for a nation. So this is what we are going to be reviewing. This is the author we are going to be reviewing. This is the man we are going to be reviewing. The man called Adam Smith. And just the introduction, this book is going to take us a while. I mean, it's very voluminous, and the vocabularies and grammatical structure is kind of something that would need very, very good, intense attention, right? So We are going to take it gradually, we are going to take it slowly. We've done the introduction today. In the next episode, we are going to move to the book 1 of the book. Note, I said the book is written in volumes, the book is written in chapters, the book has sub chapters, right? So we are still in book 1. We are still in introduction before we get to volume 1. In volume 1, there's book 1, and in book 1, there's chapter 1 to chapter 11, and then there is book 2, there is book 3, book 4, book 5, then there is another volume. So it is actually voluminous. So there is another volume, which is volume 2, that has its own book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, book 5, and its own chapter. So we are going to review this gradually. Okay, we're going to review it slowly, and then we're going to achieve our expected results. Thank you so much for joining in today. We are seeing the book The Wealth of Nations by Adam Smith, and gradually we are going to break down, like we've always done, the essence of this book, what this book talks about, and get enlightened. Thank you so much for joining in. See you in the next episode.